Welcome to Always Interrupted with Nick and Kirsten, Episode 1, The Great Move.
So, moving across the country is not an easy feat.
Always interrupted.
Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Nick.
And this is Kirsten.
Welcome to Always Interrupted.
This is Episode 1.
So, Kirsten, what did you do today?
I wrote.
What'd you write
Changed
about?
diapers. I'm working on my, first novel. Hopefully one day I can get it published. That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to give anything away. So you see it on Amazon or in your bookstore, if bookstores exist.
Is it going to be a love story?
No, I don't worry about love stories.
So, there's no love in the story?
Yeah, there is, but it's not like a Danielle Steele book or anything like that. Twilight, what have you.
I don't know. Okay. How many diapers did you change in the middle of this?
3 today.
How many did I change?
0.
How many did I want to change?
0.
That's not true. I wanted to change all of them.
Yeah, right.
Allie wouldn't let me today. Remember? She said, no, not daddy.
Allie is our youngest, and she's in the intro that you just heard not too long ago. Her little baby voice. She just turned 3.
Yeah, and she's still in diapers.
Yeah, well, Kellen learned pretty late, and he didn't get the hang of it till he was like 3.5. So, and he is
7.
how old is he? Yeah, 7 right now. So they all learn differently. She has used the potty, a handful of times so far, but she just doesn't have the confidence.
Yeah, it's
just
not
yet.
second nature for her to say, hey, I'm going to go sit down right now.
Yeah.
But she will say, hey, I'm going to go pee and squat and pee in her diaper. So I know that she knows when she has to do it.
Yeah.
She's
Little
stubborn.
steps. She'll get there.
Yeah. She will.
So we live in the great state of North Carolina. We moved here about 4 years ago. Oh, it'll be 4 years ago come August. We moved from Arizona.
That
Hot
went
as
fast.
hell.
That went quick.
Mm-hmm.
4 years already.
Yep. Took us 4 days to get
it's
out
hot
here.
as hell today in North Carolina. I can't imagine being back in Arizona.
Yeah, it's a dry heat.
Ugh.
They always say you can have it.
Yeah. Dry heaving
bet.
while you're outside.
I remember the last month we lived there, and I was leaving work, and I got into the car, and the car wasn't parked in the parking garage or anything. It was just right there in the middle of the sun. And I got in, and the dashboard said it was like 130 degrees. And at that point, I said, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. 130 degrees is absurd. I mean, I'm sure it was just like the temperature inside the car, but
No,
or
it was
was
hotter
just
than that
a
in the car
combination
for
of
sure.
outside?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but I couldn't breathe when you get in the car. I sat in there. You got to sit in there with the door open for a little bit and catch your breath.
Remember
let all
leaving
that
your
hot air
cell
out.
phone in there for 10 minutes by accident,
Yeah.
going back, and then it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah,
It
you
overheated.
can't. Yeah, and your hands are burned.
Yeah.
It has the iPhones back then. I remember when I did that.
I was born and raised there. You know how many times as a child I was burnt just by the seatbelt buckle?
Well, I was born in Chicago, Illinois. It didn't get as hot as Arizona, but it was pretty humid. But it was just as nice out there as it is here in North Carolina. Lots of green grass and trees. There's a lot of brown in Arizona.
When I think of Chicago, I always think of these basketball cards that I used to have of the Bulls, and it was always the Windy City, but it was always dark clouds, and it looked dreadful.
It did sometimes. Walking around downtown, it was pretty gray with all the tall buildings, and it's true. It is the Windy City because when the wind blows, it's like blowing you away. I used to.
It looked cool though. Michael Jordan basketball cards.
Yeah. The Bulls were awesome.
They were my favorite, and the Suns when I was a kid. But if they played each other, I always rooted for the Bulls.
Oh, see, you knew I was coming. I would move to Arizona eventually.
Yeah.
You knew what team to root for. My favorite was B.J. Armstrong. I think because he was just one of the smallest players. So I could relate. I'm not that tall myself, and I don't want to hear any jokes about that. But yeah,
You need to tell the people your height.
I'm 5 foot.
Are you?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Me too.
No, you're not.
5 foot.
I wouldn't
9.
be here if you were. Well, yeah, okay, yeah. If you were 5 foot, I don't know about that. So yeah, we moved from Arizona to North Carolina. It's cost of living is much cheaper out here compared to Arizona, and I'd say
So much.
Yeah.
Some
The
things are
weather
more
is nicer.
expensive, but all around,
Overall, yeah.
it's way easier to live out here.
You can buy a 6-bedroom house, for probably
200 grand.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. And the houses out here have
Versus
lots of character.
Arizona, people who don't live in Arizona, they don't even have 6-bedroom houses
No.
that are under $1 million.
Yeah, it's 2-bedroom homes that are like 300,000 and up. Okay.
Yeah. Try cooling that in the summer.
Yeah. Electric bill around $500. No,
Do you remember those?
I remember. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. The water bill, well, the one area we lived in Anthem, it was, the water bill was like extraordinary. It was sometimes $250 compared to here. It's, at the low, $40. And if we turn on the sprinkler for the kids in the back, they get on the slip and slide and we have the hose running for a while. It may be like $60. Never $250 or anything. It's just crazy. Was this miracle water?
It was Miracle Water.
Yeah. Well,
Private.
didn't do any miracles for us, that's for sure.
No.
Spending that much money on water, I expect to be like transformed in some way when I get out the shower.
Well, you would think that it would be
like
more expensive
level up
in Arizona because of it being the desert, but my sister lived just on the other side of the freeway, not even
Yeah, it was much
Not even
cheaper water.
2 miles away.
It was a city water, right? It
Yeah.
wasn't the private water. Yeah. So that was a mistake, we made living in that part of the area, but it was just another lesson learned, and that's why we're not there anymore, honestly. Ooh. But we do miss everyone, our family and friends out there, and hope to maybe visit them soon.
That's one thing I wish we could have brought. Since
Who?
is our friends
Our
and family.
Yeah.
We didn't bring much of anything when we left.
Nope.
We left almost everything behind.
Yeah. Got rid of a lot of stuff and packed it all up in a U-Haul and drove across
A U-Haul
country.
trailer. Not even the truck. We just the biggest. What is the biggest trailer? What was it? 5x6 enclosed
I
trailer.
think so. Yeah, we had to get rid of a lot of stuff.
We didn't have beds in there. We didn't have anything.
Yeah.
We slept on air mattresses
Yeah, when we got to North Carolina.
for the first month
Oh, it was miserable. Oh.
in a 2-bedroom apartment. Was it
A 3-bedroom.
3-bedroom
3-bedroom
apartment?
Yeah, the boys shared. Maddie had her own room, and we had our room.
We only had 3 kids then.
Yeah. there was one on the way. I didn't even realize it, but Allie, she was in there cooking, getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise!
Born in North Carolina.
Yeah, yep. She's the only one born out here. Yeah, in Winston-Salem. It was pretty great.
I love that city.
It was very nice.
So
I didn't see much of it. I was sick a lot of the time
It was
during my
such a
pregnancy.
bummer.
So it was just gray.
It did
lot
rain
of
a
the
lot.
time.
It was very
Yeah.
gray too. But man, the sunsets. Everybody in Arizona's oh, it's an Arizona sunset. Can't beat that. I beg to differ.
We got beaches out here. You gotta drive 6 hours to get to the beach. Like you gotta go to California or something.
Even without the beach, though, the sunsets are amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's very beautiful, and all the green and the landscape. There's mountains. There's
There's
rivers,
real nature
lakes,
out
everything.
here.
Yeah.
I've never seen fog in my whole life.
Yeah, it's
Growing
thick
up in
and
Arizona,
low,
and
heavy.
then I thought it was just special effects in movies. I never thought it would be real.
Yep.
It's spooky sometimes.
Oh yeah, it's scary out here. We don't go outside very much at nighttime because walking in our backyard, even, it's like walking into a horror movie.
Oh, yeah,
it's
there's-
so dark out here.
There are no street lights
Mm-hmm.
in this state, hardly.
Yep. So you can see the stars more. That's a good thing.
Yeah, at least where we live. I'm
Yeah.
sure if you lived in Charlotte or
Yeah, the city.
what's the other one? Raleigh,
Mhm.
Durham,
Yeah, it gets brighter.
maybe Asheville.
Yeah. Well, they had a lot of fog in Asheville. The mountains too.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
fireflies. They just came out the other day.
Yep.
Don't have that in Arizona.
Yeah. It's like the unofficial start to summer right now.
Yeah.
This Memorial Day. Yeah.
Yeah, today is Memorial Day.
Yes,
Is
it
it?
is. Yeah. The kids didn't have school today.
Wow. Well, all the days seem to be blending now.
Yeah. Well, when we've been at home a lot because of the plague, you lose track of the
I know.
days. And we're homeschooling. And
Yeah,
it's,
days of the week don't even make sense anymore.
yeah. Yeah. It's like every day is a weekend. But 5 days out
Right.
of the week, there's some work to be done, like the schooling and everything.
Seems like 7 days out of the week.
Yeah.
There's always work to be done.
Yep. Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we love where we live. It took us 4 days to get out here during the drive from Arizona to North Carolina. I drove the car and Nick was driving the Pathfinder and had the U-Haul trailer attached to it, so we weren't going very fast on the freeway.
Yeah, that thing had some major major wigglage going.
Oh yeah, I don't know how many
That
times
trailer
like
would start whipping at about 60 miles an hour.
yeah. I thought the Pathfinder and the trailer and everything was just gonna flip over because I was
Yeah.
following from behind.
It's terrible.
Oh yeah.
And I was not going to unload. And it was probably the accident. It's a U-Haul. Who knows how great it is. It was cruddy.
Yeah.
55 miles an hour down the I-40.
That's why it took 4 days.
Yeah.
Otherwise
Well,
would've
plus we did have a dog with us
yeah.
and
We had to stop.
3 kids.
Yeah. We've never been to so many gas stations in our life. I use so many gas station toilets. We had to be brave.
Oh, what? Do you have a thing about toilets?
I don't like toilets. I'll use it. I have to. It's 2020, but I don't know. They're just
We just
weird.
updated our toilet recently, actually.
Yeah, we got a bidet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No toilet paper forever, and now squeaky clean.
Yeah, it's like an assistant to the toilet paper.
Yeah.
You know, but we got that because of the plague.
Yeah,
we couldn't
because of the
find
shortage.
Yeah, all the toilet paper.
So
gone.
one roll of toilet paper lasts so much longer now.
Yep.
Way longer.
Yep. It gets you fresh and clean. Very nice.
Yeah.
But luckily, we ended up being able to snag some, toilet paper.
Now we have too much toilet paper.
Yeah.
And too many paper towels.
Yeah. So yeah, we got to be careful with how much we use so we can, extend it for as long as we can, because for some reason the stores in our area, except for the Walmart.
The store?
Well, yeah, the store, Food Lion, they're still out of toilet paper, all paper products. So I'm thinking people were just, chowing down on that too.
Yeah. You ever seen that show, My Weird Fetish or whatever? What was it called?
I think
On
so.
MTV, girl ate tissues.
Oh, I remember like Maury used to have episodes like that. Like, yeah, they'd be afraid of something or and they would bring it out
yeah.
She's afraid of mustard, and they'd bring out a mustard bottle or something and squirt it out.
Really?
Yeah, those weird old Maury episodes.
So they would terrorize people.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
On Maury.
Yeah, those episodes were better than
I didn't watch that show.
Who's your baby daddy or whatever? Who cares? Who cares? So, yeah.
I'd care.
You don't have to go on TV, though.
Well, yeah, sure.
To find out. I mean,
if you ever want to be successful, then you go on Jerry Springer.
oh gosh. I can't recall the name of any famous people that have, come up from those shows. Except for that, guard. What was his name? Steve, the bodyguard or something. I don't know. On the Springer show.
Yeah,
bald guy.
you would know his name. You know everybody's name.
So yeah,
I gotta move this table. Excuse me. Sorry for the noise. Okay. I think that's better.
So yeah, I mean, back to our move. We took us 4 days, and we went through many different states, from New Mexico.
We didn't even
Texas.
get out of Arizona the first day.
We were just we didn't get out.
Where'd we stay? Winslow?
Yeah, someplace weird we'd never heard of.
Was probably the scariest place we stayed too.
That was at I remember they had a big Route 66 sign on the wall above the kid's bed. I don't even remember the name of the hotel.
I don't either, but I remember it being dark and
and all our life
there was a lot of shady characters. Yeah.
In the U-Haul.
In the parking lot by our U-Haul. Just 2, 3 in the morning. Man.
Yeah. But we made it.
Did I still smoke cigarettes back then?
I don't remember.
I must have stayed up watching that trailer forever.
Oh, wow. I was knocked out. I didn't care about that trailer. I had to get to sleep.
Yeah.
I was tired.
Well. What'd I have in it? Nothing. What did we have in the trailer?
We had a lot of stuff. We had
TVs.
Furniture,
That's what.
TVs.
All the devices, electronic equipment.
Precious electronics.
Yeah. It's very, very important
Can't let
stuff.
those go.
Well, look at what we're using right now. It's important.
Yeah, I don't even watch TV that much. I'll watch,
I don't
Game
either
of Thrones
anymore.
episodes.
I watch
a
the
lot
computer
of the time.
now.
Yeah, it's all just we don't even have cable anymore. What a waste of money that was back then. A waste of money just to get a bunch of different HGTV channels and a bunch of MTV channels, and don't even play music videos.
I know.
You watch everything on YouTube now.
Everything changed.
Yeah.
Everything used to be cool when you were kids.
Oh, yeah, when we were kids, yeah. Much different.
Yeah.
We were like TGIF.
No.
Like, well, the shows, like Family Matters, Full House, the shows that came
Right.
on Friday nights.
I got you.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Step by Step.
what days anything came on.
Yeah, it was always Friday. I was so excited.
I didn't know the calendar when I was young watching TV.
Oh, boy.
I didn't say, hey, it's this day. Time to watch this.
Yeah, I'm an old lady. I had to watch my
My
programs.
mom was like, hey, son, your show's on. She was my assistant.
I wrote my programs down. I read the TV guide like a Bible back then.
I remember those.
Yeah.
Those were fun.
Yeah, they're great. You see what's coming on, Thursday night. Ooh,
Yeah. And then cable.
Primetime movie.
But then cable did come, and it was awesome because it had just its own scrolling TV guide channel.
Yeah, the preview channel.
I used to watch
with
that
the music. Yeah.
all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you go to sleep to that.
Yeah. That and C-SPAN.
Do they have that anymore?
I don't know. We haven't had cable
Well,
forever.
yeah.
Probably.
I wonder.
I
Maybe I
think
need
the
to
last time
Google
I was
that.
at your parents' house, they had Cox Cable. They had that channel.
Yeah. Weird.
Or do they? I don't
I
know.
don't know. They don't even have cable anymore now, so.
Because you could just control the guide now.
Yeah, you can control it. Yeah, like how DirecTV was.
Instead of, 'cause I remember, if you get distracted, you'd be like, oh no, the channel I was looking
yeah.
for.
It
Dang
scrolled.
Now you gotta
missed it.
wait
Yeah.
for 600 channels to see it again.
Yeah. It used to just be music back in the day in the scrolling, but then they added commercials and then they showed programs too, later. I'm like, I don't want to hear all this.
Now advertising's
It's everywhere.
what rules the world.
Yeah. They show 2 ads now on YouTube when you put on things instead of one, and sometimes you got to wait to be able to skip the ad and all this, ugh.
Yeah, but that's how people like us are starting to make money.
I guess. Yeah. True. We'll see. Maybe I'll be saying something different when it rolls in. Oh, we need this ad. Let that play.
10 episodes in. Brought to you by
Yeah.
ads.
Reading things off for 20 minutes. Blah, 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 razors. Blah, 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 diapers.
I didn't know how much they paid.
Ignore what I said in the first episode. Buy this product.
That's funny.
The world today.
Yeah. Well, live and learn.
Yeah.
That's what we've been doing.
Oh yeah. Lots of learning, lots of and how to save our money, properly and let it stretch and everything and
Always buy something off at first. I'll never lease anything again. Except for probably a house.
Well, yeah, getting a mortgage, that's a big investment, but it's something good that can pay off later. But yeah, don't go to a Nissan dealership.
Never
and
buy a used, a
new
car.
Yeah, big mistake. How long were we in that dealership?
Oh my God.
This was back in 2015.
Nissan?
Oh
Peoria Nissan?
God, the worst. The vultures.
Mm-hmm.
We were in there for 7 hours almost, haggling
All day.
and all this
it was
stuff.
just a poor experience.
Yeah, we had to get a new vehicle because the one we had, was a lemon, and we had to get to work and stuff. And I don't know. Honestly, I feel like we were just so plagued by.
We were inexperienced car buyers also.
Yeah, we didn't want another lemon, and got something fancy.
We didn't understand warranties.
Yeah.
You could get one on any car you buy.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I've seen ads for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was too expensive of a vehicle, and
Then we went to get the Pathfinder in and out.
yeah, at Bill.
Not even
Luke.
2 hours there.
Yeah, he even told us, he was like, I want to see you on your way, just straight to business. We came in there knowing what we wanted, so that helped as well. But
It was almost a lemon though. that
but you
Pathfinder.
fixed it. You brought it back to life.
I Yeah.
Knock on wood.
And you know,
well, should I knock on wood for that? Or
I guess.
bringing it back?
I did.
Wait.
Well, I don't know.
I'm confused.
Don't knock on the table. We'll be able to hear it.
Okay. I just don't want it to break again.
We need a
Okay.
shock mount.
Yeah, so we're going to speak very highly of the Pathfinder.
It's a beautiful vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great.
Oh. Always interrupted.
Uh-huh. It's a reminder for Ashton's chore.
Oh,
He needs to clean the bathroom tomorrow.
okay. Got it. Yes, our kids do chores.
They sure do.
We have them doing chores.
Because I'm not going to do them.
Yeah, and I got tired of doing them.
But also, they need some responsibility in their lives.
Yep. Yeah. So the three oldest, they do chores, and in a few years, Allie will have her time, and as the other kids, they get older and move on and move out. Their duties will, pass on to the next kid.
Yeah. But it also teaches them how to not live with their mommy and daddy.
Yes, and take care of themselves and.
I mean, it's supposed
what they
to.
own. Yeah.
It seems like some of the children just can't grasp some common knowledge. But
They'll get there
that's just
in time.
what repetition's for, I guess.
Yeah. Growing up. I didn't know how to wash clothes until I moved out. I never did it. I never did my own laundry. My dad did it all. He did everything. All cleaning, all laundry. He did everything. Yard work, bathroom. Thank you, Dad. Thank you.
My mom did it too. Well, she didn't clean my room. Actually, she did clean
I
my
had
room
to do that.
in high school.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
No. I had to clean my room.
I
I did have that.
It was terrible. It was mostly laundry. I just couldn't put I had a couch in my bedroom. I had a huge room. It was a third car garage that the option for new was it new construction?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of having the third car, it was a bedroom. So I had a window and a door and a hallway to a bathroom all by myself. And it was a huge room, and I had a couch. They had a couch in it that they didn't have room for in the house otherwise, so I got it. It was a love seat, a nice black leather couch, and that's where I put all my laundry. It was on the couch. And when my mom would get mad at me and tell me to clean my room, I would just throw it all into the closet on the floor. I just couldn't do it. I don't know. I don't get it. I smoked a lot of pot in high school. And I mean, I don't think that was the reason why. It was just because I had better things to do.
Yeah, I could see that. I kept a lot of my laundry in a hamper. I had a clean clothes hamper. I didn't feel like folding them or anything. So when my laundry was done and my dad had folded it all nice and neat, put it in the bin for me to pick up, it was just thrown back into a clean clothes hamper in my closet.
It was just a chore for me. I didn't care because it didn't make me feel better to have my clothes hung up.
Yeah.
Like it does to like.
Yeah, it's different now.
If we had a couch in our room right now and it was just filled with clothes all the time, I would end up after 3 days probably. It would still be a while before I got to it, but I would end up doing it.
Yeah, now like I have to put the laundry away. I would never dream of throwing it and leaving it in a hamper. Like it has to be put away. Why couldn't I think that way when I was younger? Isn't it so weird how you change when you get older? It's like that child, that teenager in you just
Yeah, well, I think
dies.
I also have a lot less clothing now
Really?
than when I was in high school. Yeah.
Oh.
I think I had 30 pairs of underwear
I could see that.
when I was in high school. I had a pair of underwear to match every color shirt that I had. Because I used to sag my pants a bit in high school, and if I wore, let's say, an orange shirt with blue polo lettering on it, I had orange boxers with blue sharks on them.
Wow.
Yeah. You should have known me in high school.
Oh, yeah.
I only wore polo,
That's so
Ralph
funny.
Lauren, and Perry Ellis was also pretty great. Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh, I loved Tommy Girl cologne. Or
And
no, a perfume.
I had 10 pairs of the same pants.
10?
Yeah. Wow. Because they just fit so perfect.
Okay.
And that's what I did.
That's so funny. And now what color are your underwear? It's just gray.
I don't even wear underwear most of the time anymore.
Oh, it's pretty humid out here. You can
Yeah.
you step outside and it's like you took another shower.
Well, if it's a real humid day, I'll wear underwear that day because I don't want any swamp seeping out of my shorts. But otherwise, commando, man. It's just easier. Until we go to the beach and all the kids are in the water and I want to sit down. I can't if I'm wearing shorts.
Yeah, because you took the net out of your swim trunks.
Yeah. Well, who doesn't?
It's there for a reason.
Not in adult shorts. Actually, I don't even know if there ever was a net in the shorts that I had. I just remember always taking them out when I was a kid.
I know Kellen's. I've seen the net in there.
Yeah, I don't think they're really in adult shorts.
Now I gotta look.
I know I said that I took them out, but I really don't think that there was any.
It's a mystery.
Yeah. I mean, until we look and see if the net has been cut.
So speaking of the beach, hopefully we can go soon because as this plague is, from what I understand, is I don't know, is it letting up? Are the deaths decreasing? But I mean, some of the beaches are starting to reopen. That includes our closest beach in the Outer Banks. Kill Devil Hills is one of our favorites. Very interesting place.
Well, they're all kind of similar.
Yeah. Well, Emerald Isle,
Was that in the Outer Banks?
No, it's not.
No, I hate that beach.
I thought you meant like all the beaches in North Carolina.
No, I just mean the Outer Banks beaches.
Oh yeah, they're beautiful. But yeah, Emerald Isle, I don't think I want to.
You know, if you come visit, go to Emerald Isle. I'll just send everyone to that beach so that the beach I'm on is empty. I can't stand crowds, period. I almost can't stand people, period. Especially at the beach.
You just got to find a good section. Maybe if we get there, if you go to the beach out here early enough, like it's pretty empty. We've gone a few times early in the morning. And
on a weekday.
On a weekday, yeah. But it's beautiful.
You can't go on a weekend or on a holiday.
A lot of people crowd near the what's that called? The big staircase, so you can go like up and down.
I'm just going to
because they don't feel like walking very far.
Cough every 3 minutes when I'm at the beach.
Don't do that. Someone may call CDC.
I'm going to wear a shirt with the biohazard sign on it. Or we should make a shirt that says Corona positive.
Oh, no. With a picture of the beer.
Yeah.
Corona beer. We were in a grocery store not too long ago in the Food Lion, and there was
Food
a
Lion,
lady
is
who-
it's like those of you on the West Coast who don't have Food Lions. It's similar to a Albertsons.
Yeah, I would say Albertsons,
Yeah.
or say even like a Safeway too. But the prices are.
I don't think they
somewhat
have
cheaper.
Safeways anymore.
Oh, in Arizona?
Anywhere.
Wow, they're all gone, huh?
I don't know. Remember
There was one that closed.
that Safeway closed, and then it was replaced in Anthem by that real nice looking
okay.
store that closed after 2 months.
Well, maybe like a Bash's.
Bashes, yeah.
Yeah, Bass Haas.
I miss Fry's.
Oh, Fry's was the best grocery store. Yeah, that's it's like a part of the Kroger chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's Fry's out in Arizona is like the Harris Teeter.
Harris Teeter.
out here. Yeah, great
Man,
grocery store.
I miss Harris Teeters.
Yeah, we don't have one near us.
I
There
cut
is
you
one
off.
in Outer
What you
Banks.
were talking about being at
Oh yeah, when we were at Food Lion, going back to Corona beer, there is just so funny because I've seen this on Twitter when the plague began and people were starting to stop buying Corona beer, and this lady, she just started. We were in the beer section, and she was like, "Oh, I gotta stay away from that Corona. Oh, that beer. Nope, not anymore." And it's just so funny to hear it, in real life. Like it made me laugh, and I just couldn't help but say, yeah. I never really liked Corona to begin with. It's, I don't know, tastes like I'm drinking spit, honestly. Yeah.
Isn't it funny the major difference between people in public in Arizona and people in public in North Carolina?
People are vocal out here. They're honest, but it's like a funny. Honesty,
Nobody
but
everybody's
kind.
yelling.
Yeah, but they're not mad.
But joyful.
Yeah, boisterous, like full of life.
Yeah, they scream across the store to say hello to people they know.
Yeah. Yep. Asking about their baby.
Whereas
how old they are.
people would do that in Arizona, but it's like a different kind of
It's private.
screaming, though. If they scream
Oh yeah. Well,
It's
that
like,
means,
oh,
your
that
life is
guy's-
threatened, maybe.
on meth. Whereas out here, it's like, oh, there's another one of the neighbors
Yeah.
who just happened to see another one of the neighbors and couldn't wait to say hello like a normal person until they were 2 feet away.
I love it. It makes me want to open up more. Because if I were to speak to someone in public, in the past, I'd be
And-
like, let's go get a
Right.
private room and talk at a lower voice. It's like you're at work in the office. Or
I would
something.
be embarrassed still today to even if I saw you. Could you imagine how would you feel if you were over in the egg section and I was getting the lettuce and then I
That's
was
far.
like, "Wait, hold on.
What did
Do we need broccoli?" "Hey, babe."
I'd probably
"Should I get some broccoli?"
I'd probably just text you in response.
Right.
That's kind of far.
That's what normal people would do, right?
Yeah, that's too far.
That's what people do out here, though.
Yeah. But they're nice at least, Remember when I fell into the ditch?
Oh boy,
backing out
do
of
I.
the driveway.
I thought you were gone.
So I'm trying to go to Burger King. One day we had a minivan that we had rented from Enterprise.
Because of the Pathfinder not
the
working.
Pathfinder broke down, and it was lunchtime. We wanted to get out and make use of this little van, and we have this driveway, and it's pretty long, but there's a ditch, in the grass, and I made one wrong turn. I guess I turned too far left or something, and the van just slowly tipped over, and then I tried to accelerate. I couldn't get out, and it was like leaning. The kids are in the car, and I'm like, okay, go ahead and get out. And Kellen was on the far end. Like he had to like climb over. It's so hard to explain. But I felt like we were just like on a sinking ship that like in that
right. So all yards in this state, and I'm pretty sure in most states where it rains, there are trenches in the front yards of every house. And then there's like these pipes that go under the driveways so that all the rainwater that gathers when it rains a lot, it'll puddle there. And so the way that our driveway is, the owner of this house before we lived here put in a bunch of, might as well be sand for the driveway. It's red, little red pebbles, and it makes it very difficult to see
where you're going.
Yeah, but it's very soft to drive
Yeah,
into.
it's not a concrete.
And it's
driveway.
windy. It's an S-shaped driveway, so you kind of have to turn, and it's a pain in the butt to back up in. So you put the right side of the van in the ditch, and the left side of the van was still on the driveway, but the back tire was in the ditch, and the front left tire had raised up in the air.
We all got out safely.
And it wouldn't move because it was front wheel drive.
Yeah. I was terrified. But, as soon as that was seen by, people passing by, like, they stopped immediately. Like, 3 people and 2 guys.
Yeah, it was everyone who drove
out.
by stopped
Yeah.
and was like, y'all okay?
Yeah, you need help?
Y'all need help?
Yeah.
Hey, Randy, you got your change in your truck? Everybody knew everybody.
Yeah, it's very nice. They got us out, and the van worked just fine, and I was shaken up. Yeah. And I have not backed out of this driveway since. Like, I will turn the Pathfinder around in the grass, closest to the front door, and then, just...
Yeah, another big difference.
Yeah.
You could not hardly walk on the grass in Arizona when there was grass anywhere.
Right.
Remember the park in Anthem in Arizona always had signs, do not walk on the grass.
Yeah.
Now people park
yeah.
on the grass.
Yeah.
When there's no parking lots in a restaurant, you just pull onto the grass.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, we first saw that when we got to Arkansas when we were moving from Arizona. Yeah.
Isn't that illegal?
Yeah, we were so scared to park in the grass when we got to our hotel when we landed in Arkansas, and we parked in the grass and nothing happened.
I know.
You can't do that in Arizona.
Such a cool... Yeah, it was... You were messing up the lawn. If you were in the grass, you were doing donuts in a school's playground or something. Mm-hmm. The cops were coming. If you were in the grass in Arizona.
Yeah. Like, that grass was precious.
Yeah.
It's like Wally with the little plant in the boot.
subtle differences are so fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
What other differences were there when we moved here? It was foreign. Remember that feeling, like going to the store for the first time? And
Yeah.
you're like, wait,
When we saw the mayo.
I know this mayonnaise.
Yeah. It said Hellman's, but it should have said
Best foods.
Best Foods. Yeah. It was scary.
And
It was-
dryers. Is it
Yeah.
dryers? What's it out here?
Eddie's.
Eddie's.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's
like
not
you're in a.
Carl's. It's not Carl's Jr. out here.
No, it's
Hardee's.
Hardee's. Yeah, it's like a parallel universe.
Yeah.
With slight
Different world.
differences. Yeah.
Different world.
And like the font is the same though on
Yeah,
the packaging.
It's so crazy. Yeah, you could tell it's the same.
Yeah.
The same thing,
Mm-hmm.
just different words.
I feel like that we moved out here in 2016, and I feel like life hasn't been the same. I mean, just with politics, we have this crazy plague. The news got really strange.
That's right.
and
We
as well
have a
as social
comedian
media.
for a president.
Yeah, it's like everything just flipped. Like we're in the upside down or something. It has not been the same. Life seemed normal before.
It sounds like you miss it.
No, I don't. Wait, miss what? Arizona?
Yeah.
I don't miss the cost of living out there. I mean, if it weren't so much money, I mean, we would have still been out there, more than likely.
That's true.
But
But also, I think it's been an adventure,
yeah.
and we are hardly the same people.
No, yeah, definitely.
I feel so much smarter.
Yeah.
Maybe not book smarter.
Life.
Yeah.
Our life smarts improved because we just had to really depend on
We had to learn a
one
lot.
another. Yeah. We haven't. Our dryer has been broken. We haven't replaced it. We've been hanging the clothes to dry. That would have never happened in Arizona. I think
Even though they'd be dry in 30 minutes.
Well, yeah, true. But, back then, the way we were was like, oh, no, we can't live without a dryer.
I know. Arizona is just like money, 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 money.
Yeah, not everyone is, but
That's true.
it's an expensive.
The general, I don't know. That state is way different.
Well, people, they can feed off of one another, and you want to look a certain way and everything, and
That's right. There's a lot more plastic in Arizona than there is in, plastic people.
yeah. I mean, well, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's just very different between the Southwest and the what side are we on?
Southeast.
Southeast. Where are we? I had to picture the map in my
The
head.
coastal South.
Yeah, we're in the coastal South because we're not like in the center of North Carolina or anything. We're closer to the Outer Banks.
We're in the Inner Banks.
Yeah, we're at the Inner Banks. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. We're close to a lot of great areas.
Mm-hmm. A lot of haunted places out here.
If you believe in that.
Well, you don't need to believe in it. It's true. It's just there.
I can account for some spookiness.
Oh yeah.
This house is definitely a little bit haunted. Actually, that last house we were in, I swear,
Yeah.
that one was haunted. This one
is like a good, like there's good ghosts. Like
I don't know.
I think there'd be like Casper here.
I used to feel like there's a witch that put a spell on this house.
On this
because
one?
that's what I believe in. I believe there's witches in this state. There's real witches.
Well,
And probably vampires. I wouldn't be surprised if there's also werewolves.
Yeah, all types of stuff here. Remember what we found in the last house we lived in on Bachelor Trail? In the little the big room
storage
the
compartment
storage area.
in the frog
Yeah.
finished room over garage.
Yeah, that's what that means, frog. There was a news, like a clipping, a newspaper clipping.
Yeah, an
that was
advertisement
stuck to the wall inside this closet.
It was
What
an
it about?
ad. I don't remember. It was weird.
Was it for a nanny?
Yeah, it was asking for some sort of a housekeeper.
Yeah.
But it was like really strict.
Yeah. It was scary.
I wish I would have taken a picture of it.
Well,
I put it back.
Yeah, we left it there.
It was kind of weird. It was really weird.
Yeah, we had some strange times in that.
Yeah, why was
in
it?
That house.
It was thumbtacked to the wall.
Yeah.
Inside
a closet that no one would pay attention to. There wasn't even a light in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we moved
It was
in.
basically like having it in your attic.
Yeah.
Nailed to a piece of wood.
Yeah, for years. And then remember we moved into this house and there was another newspaper clipping you found in the attic. Remember?
It was an obituary.
Yeah. And I told Nick, get rid of it. And we got rid of it. I didn't want it in here. I was not going to keep any other newspaper clippings. It's like The Ring, like tape passing on. Whoever reads it, something will happen to you. Or, watches it. No. We got rid of it. I mean, we still have a little bit of like paranormal activity, but it hasn't been like, it doesn't seem like, like, oh my God, we're gonna die.
I don't think it's paranormal activity. I think I can feel your energy.
Oh boy.
When you're scared.
I've only been scared like one time in this house, really.
You have such a strong energy about you with your emotions. Whether it doesn't have to be fear.
It's a good or bad day, yeah.
Yeah, it could be anything, but I can feel it. Like if that one, there was a few nights ago, you had a bad feeling.
Yeah, I still don't know
and
what
I
happened.
felt the hairs on my back stood up.
Yeah, and we didn't even say anything to each other about it.
Yeah, I had to check. I went outside and I was like, what is happening right now?
Yeah. And then I just started crying.
And you came out, you were like, I had a bad feeling. I was like, what? Oh, yeah. That's what I felt. Your feeling.
I have some holy water. I had that in my hand. And I put my little rosary on the front door. I hung it from there. And I felt better afterward.
We weren't in the same room.
Yeah,
we were on opposite sides of the house.
Yeah. So I don't know what that was about or what floated on over us, but it went away. And that was that.
Remember how spooky, though, that first place we did stay in Arizona kind of felt?
The hotel?
Yeah, like it was on a pet cemetery or something.
Oh.
I really couldn't get over that place. I couldn't wait to leave.
Yeah, that was a strange area. What was the best hotel we stayed at? Was it the one
I loved Asheville.
Yeah. Well, I think they were Best Westerns. We stayed at one in Arkansas, I think, for the first time. That one was really fancy.
That was a nice one, too.
I remember
I liked Arkansas.
Yeah.
I was...
The water felt different, too, taking a shower.
And that's when it got dark. You started to hear frogs.
Uh-huh.
And
we didn't hear
like
that
katydids and all these other things that you're not not used to hearing. And what was before New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Arizona.
Oklahoma. It was strange. When we were on the highway, we saw these big black trucks going by. They're all in black, and on the back of it said LAPD. And I'm thinking Los Angeles Police Department, but they look like these black armored trucks, and we didn't know what it was about. It was in Oklahoma. And then
I think it was the same truck. I don't think it was more than one.
Yeah, we saw it again.
There
And
a
it was
few
just so strange.
few things I
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
more than once on different days on the same
Yeah.
highway in different states.
Yeah, it was weird. And didn't we later say when we watched Watchmen on
Yeah.
HBO, because that
probably a movie.
wasn't that filmed in Oklahoma? I don't know.
I don't know.
But we were thinking, oh, maybe they were, it was like movie props that they were going to, use for the show or something like that. But it was just so out of place to see these big trucks in the middle of Oklahoma. Oh, they had terrible traffic out there. And we got lost. We got separated from one another on the freeway in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
We had walkie-talkies. And then,
That's right. We did best thing we ever did.
Yeah. Because you never know. Your phone may die or something. And
No service.
yeah, the walkie-talkies helped. But then we got separated on the highway because there was so much traffic. There was 7 lanes or something.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I think, did we lose our
Yeah,
signal?
we got too far apart.
Yeah, that was when I got scared. And I was like, oh my
'Cause
gosh.
It's only a
lost
2-mile
Oklahoma.
reach for what we had.
Yeah. Didn't you have to I think I kept going and then you had to get off
Yeah,
and get back on or something
yeah,
on the highway?
I got stuck in that traffic
Yeah.
with that trailer.
And then we caught up with each other, thank goodness.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I felt
We got lost a couple times.
Yeah.
Well, separated.
yeah, Asheville,
We drove into Matthew.
Hurricane Matthew. Yeah.
We
I didn't even know it was a hurricane. Thought it was
Yeah.
just rain.
Crazy rain.
Yeah. Yeah. And we got separated. And I'm like, if this phone does not work and give me the directions to this hotel, I'm going to lose it. I kept my cool, but in my head, I was like, Sprint, don't let me down.
Oh, it was such a roller coaster.
Yeah. All that rain and mountains and fog.
Yeah, and then the sun opened. It was the most beautiful
Yeah.
day after that storm,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
constant out. Every time there's a big, which it storms a lot more out here.
Mm-hmm.
But then when the storm's over, it's just silent and just birds, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. The one storm we weren't here to see was Hurricane Florence. We actually had to evacuate. And, part of our neighborhood got flooded. Not the house we were in then, but just like a block down. We had to evacuate to Florida, and we turn on Fox News and we see, near our neighborhood, it's flooded. It's underwater.
Gum
They're
Branch
riding
Road.
on boats down the street.
Mm-hmm.
On Fox News, we saw this. That was probably the most honest news we've seen since then.
I know.
That was
That was the time. What was it? Anderson Cooper was caught on his knees in a puddle trying to make it look deeper.
Yeah, I don't. They always do that. These weathermen. It's like the Super Bowl for them. Oh, like massive storm! Oh, and they keep talking about it, and then they'll bring up other storms from the past and compare it. The most deadliest storm yet. It's always that.
I know,
every
their
year.
rhetoric is terrible.
Yeah, it's always the most deadliest storm yet. When are they going to say, well, it wasn't as intense as this storm, don't worry.
They're never going to do
Yeah,
that.
they're never going to do that.
Stop watching the news.
Well, I don't.
I'm telling everyone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to. It'll get to your head. It'll mess you up. There's so many people who it's just silly.
Yeah.
Besides, I'm a Democrat. Okay. Great.
Mm-hmm. Red
Have
versus
fun.
blue.
Yeah. I can't talk to you anymore because you said a positive thing about Trump. Like people not talking to their families anymore because of this. Like,
Well,
are
yeah.
you serious?
That's another one of those changes that happened when
Yeah.
we left.
Yeah, I couldn't believe
That's
it.
new. I mean, that's everywhere. That's not just out here. That's
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's just crazy. I don't see people talking about it in public. It's only on social media where people let their little True Colors show.
When did this even start?
I think
politics being so publicized. I
it
thought
was 2016. Really,
it used to be that everybody kept their politics to themselves.
yeah, you couldn't talk about that stuff like usually like in the workplace.
Shouldn't. Still, it shouldn't be on. Stop posting all this.
It's just social media now because they
Yeah.
can't talk about. People are too afraid because if they're pro something,
I know. Keep your politics to
It's-
yourself.
I'll be
It's
hated.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like the Salem witch
Just
trials
put
or
it-
something.
In the polls when you vote, and that's where you talk about politics, is alone in the booth when you're voting.
People want to be heard. They want their voices heard.
Hey, start a podcast. Don't post it on I don't.
Yeah.
We don't even use Facebook anymore.
I got rid of Facebook.
We'll probably have to get one for this show.
Oh, I don't even like it.
We'll make the kids run it.
Oh boy.
What time is it?
Oh, it's after midnight now.
After midnight.
Well, for the first podcast, I think that went well. So,
Yeah, that went quick.
yeah.
Until next time, this is Nick,
And Kirsten.
and we're always interrupted.